The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them. In the 21st century, we've seen one terror attack after another carried out by foreign visa overstayers from dangerous places all over the world. And thanks to Biden's open door policies, today there are millions and millions of these illegals who should not be in our country. In my first term, my powerful travel restrictions were one of our most successful policies, and they were a key part of preventing major foreign terror attacks on American soil. We will not let what happened in Europe happen to America. That's why on my first day back in office, I directed the Secretary of State to perform a security review of high-risk regions and make recommendations for where restrictions should be imposed. Among the national security threats their analysis considered are the large-scale presence of terrorists, failure to cooperate on visa security, inability to verify travelers' identities, inadequate record keeping of criminal histories, and persistently high rates of illegal visa overstays, and other things. Very simply, we cannot have open migration from any country where we cannot safely and reliably vet and screen those who seek to enter the United States. That is why today I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others. The strength of the restrictions we're applying depends on the severity of the threat posed. The list is subject to revision based on whether material improvements are made, and likewise, new countries can be added as threats emerge around the world. But we will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm, and nothing will stop us from keeping America safe.
I think you can see that I'm not American, okay? I'm not from America. I've never been in America or anything like that. But I want you to hear me. Just hear me a bit. Now, the reason why I'm saying to you that some of you, not some of you, actually, all of you in America, you need to sort of a bit, or maybe just a bit, right? Thank Mr. Trump, okay, for certain things. Now, I will tell you why I think all of you in America, you need to be thankful of Mr. Trump, okay? Let me just explain very quickly. One, you've got Mr. Trump, right, who was a president of the Americans, okay, or of America, right? Now he became the president, and when he came as a president, obviously we all know that it was the first time. Okay, now since it was the first time, now I don't think that Mr. Trump at the time he was as open. What can I say? I don't want to use the word as smart because he's a smart guy, but I don't think he was in that place of being politically understanding certain things. Okay. And also, I don't think that maybe he was in a position where he would be able to decide on which aggressive decisions or which direction should I take, which is aggressive. Because remember, it's the first time he became a president in America at the time. Is it the first time? Yeah, I think so. It was the first time. Okay. Now, I wouldn't at the time I wasn't even expecting a lot of things. I wasn't even expecting a drastic big decisions and everything because I knew that it was the first time that he was the president. Okay. Which I gave him the benefit of the doubt from where I am, which is South African. And I was like, okay, let me give this guy a chance while I'm still in South Africa, and let me look at what this guy can do. But in the back of my mind, I had this thing of thinking, this is the first time he is doing this, okay? And don't forget that he is a businessman. The only thing that will go in his mind or whatever, the only thing that moves in his veins, it's business, deals, This is a good deal, bad deal. No, we can't do this because it's a good deal. No, we can't allow this because it's a good deal. No, you can't take money and take it there because it's not good for us, blah, 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 right? Because he's a businessman. He doesn't only think politically, he also think business wise. Okay? Now, Mr. Biden came in after Mr. Trump, Mr. Biden took over, and they did what they did, right? Now, because Mr. Biden was a type of a president who was sort of like diplomatic, no drama, no, sweet, nice. He wants to be seen as a person, democracy, favoring everyone, and blah, 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 right? Which was good at the time, okay? Which was a good thing at the time because I think Americans, they needed that so that when Mr. Trump comes back, it will make sense. Anyway, that is just me thinking. Now, Mr. Biden comes in and does what it does, and some of you agreed with him, some of you didn't agree with him. Okay, but then when Mr. Biden left the office and Mr. Trump took over, it was a different ball game now. Why? Because Mr. Trump has a bit, not a lot of it, but bit of experience. He knows what to do. He knows what to change. He knows which decisions which he must make, which are big decisions. And when he comes in understanding what is going on. He had a touch of the office of the White House. He had a touch of it. He's seen what is going on and everything like that. And he has also seen the mistakes that the president before Mr. Biden made, and also the president which was Mr. Biden made, and he was looking at that he was looking at that before, after he became a president. He looked at Biden, he looked at what they did. When he took over the office, now, I believe that Mr. Trump, when he was not a president, obviously he was continuing doing his work, which is to do researches, checking what is going on, what is Mr. Biden doing, blah, 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 what is good for America, what is not good for America, what are the mistakes they are making, what are the business deals they are doing, and then he puts together his thing. Now, when he comes in the second time as the president, now he comes in with a bit of knowledge, he comes with a bit of understanding what he is going to do. When he comes in, he comes with confidence, right? And when it comes with confidence, this is where I want to tell you guys, people of America, this is where I believe that you should be thanking Mr. Trump. What Mr. Trump does when he comes to the office, he starts by doing one thing. He shuts down all the gates. Okay? That is the first thing he does. I'm going to shut down all the gates. No one is coming in, and those who are in, we are going to check them. And what does Mr. Trump does again? Mr. Trump goes on and goes to every deal, every money that was actually used, and every money that is being it's still actually used for other countries. Monies that are sent outside, the aid monies, the schemes monies, there were never money that came out, because he's a businessman. He knows about money. He knows how to deal with things. Then he put them together, shut down the country, and he was like, listen, we are going to do investigation. There is no country that is left behind, or there is no country that is going to be ignored. In other words, no stone unturned. Okay? There's no stone that is turning here. We are going to deal with everything that is wrong in this country, that is wrong in the finances of this country. And then he stops all the aid, he stops all the monies that went out. There was an investigation. And unfortunately, the investigation came up with something very bad, especially when it comes to South Africa. All right? Which is what? They find out that there was a money that went to South Africa, and that money was busy paying for men, sleeping with men, and things like that. Okay? Now, bad things. All right? Now, what do you expect the president of that country to do? If he gets the investigation, finds out that there were things that were done, because you will remember that Mr. Trump said, we cannot have our country taking out money and we are not benefiting. Okay? We are not benefiting. That is why if Mr. President Ramaphosa comes into a podium and says, we from today or from now, it's going to be about our country. All right? About our country. All right, now, the good thing about America, though, it is the fact that you will remember that America, I don't know, guys, whether I'm wrong or right. Maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, please, you can correct me. All right? In America, it's like Europe, it's like Africa. Am I right? If I'm right, then it's okay. Europe, it's like it's like Africa. That means all African countries, it's like they are in America. And the only person who is the president is Mr. Trump. In Africa, it's not like that. If it was like that, it was going to be easy for the president to shut down the countries, or to shut down the country. All the borders are shutting down. That means Africa is shutting down from everything that comes from other countries. But it cannot be done like that, because Africa, it's not like that. I think that is why Mr. Malema did mention this thing of saying, how about we have, something like in America, not in America, but something like we have our Africa. That means Africa will have one country. Who said that? I don't think it's Malema. Is it Malema? I think so. Then we have our Africa coming together. That will mean we have one president. But of course, we all know that will never happen, right? Because everyone wants to do what? Wants to eat. Why am I saying Americans, they should be happy? They should be happy because Mr. Trump came in, and when he came in, he shut down the country, meaning closing all the borders, and then he made sure that he does a clean slate, all right? That means he cleans the country, he cleans the finances, he cleans everything around. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, would you buy a house and when you get to that house, you find it dirty? Are you going to sit in that house, stay in that house, eat in that house, bath in that house, cook in that house while it's still dirty? No. When you come in, you make sure that you clean it up. You make sure that the walls are okay, you clean up. If you need to repaint it, you repaint it. If you need some people to clean the floors and everything, to scrap everything and make sure that it is top notch. Why? Because you want to start from a clean slate. That's what Mr. Trump did. Okay? And which I believe it's a good thing, because Mr. Trump doesn't want to start on a slate that is already dirty. That I'm not saying Mr. Biden came in and he put some dirty things. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is Mr. Trump saw it fit that, you know what? Because I am a president right now, I know what is wrong. I'm going to deal with it. He closed the countries. Okay? Borders closed. No one comes in. Everything closed. Shut down. It's only you and me, guys. Okay? We are facing this thing together. I'm going to clean it up. And he cleans it up. The video I have played. Now he decides to do what, Mr. Trump? He decides to say, okay, we have checked and checked and checked, and we are going to lift up the ban from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 countries. He didn't mention all of them. I don't know which are those countries. He decides to open it. And why? Because he knows that things are okay. Now, if I've got a president like that, I would be very happy. A president who knows what he's doing, a president who can make a right decision, not right decision, but who can make clear, decisive decisions without any hesitation, without any problems, without any doubt in his mind, making decisions, knowing what he is doing. That's what Mr. Trump did. And if you don't want a president like that, if you don't want a leader like that, who is decisive, who stays and sits on his decisions. So if you don't want a leader like that, I don't know what do you want. Unless you want a leader who is going to sit there when he's supposed to make a decision, they are taking long, they are busy consulting, just like what is happening in South Africa sometimes. You ask everyone, even the people that you shouldn't be asking, even the people that will mislead you, you just ask everyone. What Trump has, he has people that he trusts. That's the only thing he has. And he sticks to that. That is why sometimes when he speaks, you will hear him. When he speaks, you will say, like, yeah, you know what is busy with this project, and I trust him, and I know that he's doing a great job, blah blah blah. And he mentions another one, I know that he's doing a great job. Why? Because he's got people that he can trust. That's a leader that you want. A leader who's decisive, who knows what he's doing. I know that you don't agree with everything that he does. I may not agree with everything that he does, with everything that he decides, but he's doing what is for his country. He's doing what is good for his country. Okay, I don't know how do you look at these people of America, but if you are looking at this thing according to, because you belong to a certain party, because you are for the Democrats, and because you are, and then you are making a decision based on that, and maybe you are criticizing everything that Mr. Trump does, just because maybe you belong to another party, you will have a problem. Unfortunately, just like in every country, whether you like it or not, whether you cry or you don't cry, whether you shout, you don't shout, whether you pray or you don't pray, whether you do whatever, at the end of the day, the person who is the president in your country is Mr. Trump. I am under the impression that if you are a rational person and you know that the person is going to be a president for 5 years, 10 years, whatever the years it's going to be, you are going to sit down and say, you know what, let me accept this. Let me just look at what this guy is doing. Let me not be biased, and let me look, what is this good for us? Is this good for our country? And when you trust me, guys, when you get to that point, you will understand. Let me give you an example. We've got our president here in South Africa. I'm speaking about America, but I am in South Africa. Our president in South Africa, when he came in, a lot of people were saying, now, I think there are still people who say that, of course, yeah, you are a white guy, blah, 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 and all of that, right? There was a time where our president, Mr. Ramaphosa, I don't know what happened, but there was a tune that changed. He started supporting things that we were expecting him to support, and things that we were expecting them to do, then they started doing them. What are those things? I know some of you might say, well, they're doing it for votes, they're doing it for them. Bella Bill, Expropriation Act, blah, blah, blah. All these things that they started to do, and some of us, we opened our eyes. And when Mr. Trump started to do what he was doing, all right, against South Africa, Mr. Ramaphosa came out and spoke. And some of you were praising him for saying certain things in Parliament, for actually standing up, okay? Which I guess some of you, maybe you thought, he's doing well now because, he's standing up and blah, 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 blah. And when he went to America and spoke to Mr. Trump, some of you turned again. That's why some of you guys, because of this politic thing, is blinding you. See, when the person is saying things that you agree with them, you shout at them, you say, yeah, this is it, my guy. And when it goes, then you change your tune, which is understandable, right? But all I'm saying, guys, is Americans, I think when you look at these things, when you look at this thing, you look at everything else, and you look at Mr. Trump, you look what he has done. If I was staying in America, trust you in me, I would be very happy because of what he has done. Now he's opening the doors. He says, okay, you can come in, this country, this country, this country. He is calculative. He is not just saying, I'm opening now. No, calculative. Because he's avoiding people who are going to do things here. People who are going to commit crime, just like what is happening in some of our countries. We allow everyone to come, and others, they come for crime. They come to do crime. They come to do all these things. And then you have a problem of crime. Now you are focused on crime instead of focusing on some very important things. So Mr. Trump is very calculative. And he's very allowing things. He's allowing things bit by bit, piece by piece. He's not in a rush. He wants to put things into order. Why is it doing that? It's very smart. If you are not looking at this thing, okay? He is very smart, because what he's doing is he's doing these things bit by bit so that he can put things into order everywhere. Some of you will be starting to see maybe, things becoming better and stuff like that, and you will start praising him and everything. And he is doing all of that so that the next elections, you know who to choose easily. it's going to make your decision to choose easily. I know some of you will still be biased. I know some of you will still say, I don't want him. But even if you know that he did well, even if you know that he did wonderful stuff, but you will still say, I don't want to vote. I don't want to vote for him. He's Mr. All I'm saying is that's what you Americans, I think you need to look at this thing. Okay? It's up to you at the end of the day. I'm in South Africa, you are in America. You know how you feel. You know what is going on, just like I will tell you what is going on in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, Americans, South Africans, thank you for watching. If you can do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that. And if you care more, maybe you want to do more, you can share the video with your friends. Ladies and gentlemen, I am out. Have a good day.